Hey guys, welcome back. We're doing something a little different. We're doing Jared Goff versus John Wolford, and we're going to do some film breakdown, at least as best as I can. We'll see if this video doesn't get taken down. Hopefully it doesn't. But those of you who know me know that I've been having some issues lately with the NFL taking down some of my footage, which again, it's not my footage. I'm not saying it is, but man, help a man out. Anyway, we're going to be going over today Jared Goff's last game, John Wolford's last game. I'm just going to be going through his throws. I don't care about how he hands off the ball. I do not care. We're going to go through the different plays that he has under center in the shotgun. We'll go over the fact that, what Jared Goff does when he's under pressure, what Jared Goff does when he isn't pressured. Look, Seattle, I'm not going to lie to you, is playing at their best. I mean, this is one of the best defenses I've seen Seattle have going out there right now since acquiring Carlos Dunlap and getting Jamal Adams back. This is a legit defense. I think they're top 5 in the league. I've been saying that. The offense and defense flip-flopped. Seattle, I don't think, is a great team, but I do think their defense is legit, and I think that is the reason why they were able to win the NFC West. They were able to pressure Jared Goff in this game, throw him off balance, and we're going to get into it. We're going to get into that, and then we're going to go over John Wolford's game. I'm going to explain to you exactly the difference between the two, why I think John Wolford can be a legit starting quarterback in this league, the things he showed me, and why, yes, I am going a little berserk over a 231-yard performance and 1 interception. I'm going to break it all down for you, show you exactly what I'm seeing, and I hope you guys enjoy. So we'll start off here. So this is the first throw of Jared Goff's game here against Seattle, and I want to turn your attention to what you're going to see is Josh Reynolds is going to line up right next to Tyler Higbee on this play. He's motioning here, and you're going to see this. He lines up Tyler Higbee, and what I love about Sean McVay, look at this motion right here. Right here, look at this motion. So they're going to motion Woods, and what this does, you see right here, it's going to create the linebackers. That little hesitation right there, now they have the linebackers where they want them. Sometimes even a split-second hesitation can make all the difference. That's why the Rams use jet motion as much as they do. Because when they use it, and you could say they use it too much, but here's the thing. Defenses have to keep them honest because we've seen Robert Woods can take this thing and run for 50 yards. I mean, we've seen it. They've run it on 3rd down and 30. So he's done it, and you have to be wary of the fact that the tight ends have done it this year. Josh Reynolds has done it, or they can hand it off, or Jared Goff can run and kind of have a little bit of a bootleg and then maybe throw it to somebody like, say, a Josh Reynolds, motioning back out. So they use this jet motion entirely as a decoy here. You're going to see it. It's done perfectly. And this is exactly how you want. They ran it to start the game. They run with Henderson. They don't get a ton. And this is a 2nd down play. They want to get the 1st down. So, and also, keep in mind, Sean McVay is trying to make this easy on Jared Goff. He knows. The media is going to keep saying this is a 30th ranked defense, and they were historically awful. They're not anymore. He knows that. He's been watching the film. So watch this. Beautiful. He goes out. Now look at who he has open. So he can choose right here. You'll see that is Josh Reynolds. Now, I did say that they could use him that way. He has a guy bearing down on him here, so he knows he doesn't have plenty of time. He knows he doesn't have this guy open. This is Cooper Kupp. He knows he's not going to have him deep down the field. And Goff, to be honest with you, and we'll see throughout this game, he doesn't really want to test deep down the field. And then Higbee, you could argue, but he has to throw this ball on a line the way he has the DB right here bearing down on. See, you have 43 is looking at Reynolds, but he's going to try to beat Goff here. Goff is looking at Reynolds here, and then he has Higbee right here with this defensive back not looking. He's staring at Goff. So what you'll see as we move forward in this play, now this guy has taken over. He's giving up he's totally giving up this play right here to Reynolds. He sees he's throwing. But if you notice here, Jared Goff, you could argue, I mean, this is part of the play. He's going to Josh Reynolds. But you could argue here, Jared Goff in 2018, I would expect he throws this right on a line to Higbee. Especially seeing the leverage of 29. You'll go back, go through the play again, and you'll see it. I mean, this is just such a great play call by Sean McVay. Play design as well. So you'll see it. At no point did 29 really buy Tyler Higbee being the target. And this is what I'm talking about. This is objective. I'm not trying to hate on Jared Goff. This has been the season in a nutshell. They're not buying it. He didn't buy it. He was like, I'll give this up because I know I have 29 bearing down. These guys are out of the play because of the jet motion, so perfectly done by Sean McVay to turn all this attention here and make it easier on Jared Goff by cutting the field in half. But furthermore, as you see, this is just a nice play. Doesn't get the first down, though, which is the key there. But it makes it a third and short, third and manageable, what have you. Had he thrown that, and you can go back, again, had he thrown that play, so again, beautiful play designed by Sean McVay. See, 29 could have picked this play off if Goff throws this poorly. But in 2018, 2017, Goff might have hit Higbee here. Now, you could argue Higbee is running this way. He's not running upfield. So he's entirely a decoy here, and they're trying to get it to Reynolds. But do you think Sean McVay would have been pissed off at Jared Goff if he pulled the trigger and connected on the Tyler Higbee play there? I mean, I don't think so. I can tell you wouldn't have. So, there again, you see it. This is why I love all 22. Shows you everything. And it also shows you right here. Higbee is open. 29 has his back turned. And I know Jared Goff has this guy bearing down, but we saw he's not as close as this. Like, this angle makes it look like he's right in his face. He's not. He is nowhere near as close as this is making out to be. So, again, I like the play, but it's showing you this guy right here, Tyler Higbee. He needs to get involved more. But that, now it's 3rd and 1 here. And again, this is actually something I want to bring up as well. Sean McVay has been really focused on, the 3rd and shorts, right? And this is the thing. The Rams don't really get into those 3rd and long situations, and it's allowed Goff to be able to play the quick screen game and the dump offs and the checkdowns because Jared Goff isn't fully like he was in 2017 and 2018. Can't stress that enough. So what we'll see here, they come out, shotgun formation. You have Henderson next to him, and you're going to see. Now, look, Jared Goff has, he has Josh Reynolds right there. And he has him beat. So he had 29 beat. So what happens here? What causes this? You have a double team block here on Jerron Reed. Nicely done, by the way. You have Poona Ford, who has some leverage right there. Henderson's there waiting to pick up the blitz. And there's Carlos Dunlap, 43 on the outside. I believe that's Collier there. But if you see, Ford gets in, but that is not the best ball from a relatively clean pocket. I like how he gets the ball out quick, but does he get it out too quick in the fact that maybe he's not driving enough of the football? And you'll see here, and it's not really a good throw. Now you have 4th and 1, and they're not going to fake it, so we'll move on. We'll go to, let's see here. All right. So again, I'm just going over Jared Goff's throws. I'm not worried about Darrell Henderson running the ball. This is all about Goff and Wolford. So you're going to see throws, and if Wolford takes off and runs or Goff takes off and runs, you'll see that. So now here, 2nd and 7, game 0-0, ball on their own 16, first quarter. Defense just got a nice stop. You guys saw the game, but defense just got a nice stop. They're under center here. It's Henderson in the backfield. There's the jet motion. And that time they use... See, this is what I'm talking about with Sean McVay. He doesn't use the same guys multiple times with jet motion. He's going to use different guys. He's going to mix it up. And once again, you see they had to respect that. See, this guy right here, he's bearing down on Josh Reynolds. Play action. You have the pressure here. Goff is looking. He has Reynolds. So it goes right to the guy that basically he was motioning. So this guy was right. And it gets tipped. Now, that play, you'll see here. It's not the best. I thought the Seattle Seahawks did a great job here. Very disciplined. And look at that. I mean, they just did a nice job, and he's already pressuring Goff. But this is the difference here between Goff and Wolford. And we'll show you the Wolford film after this. I wish I could show you side by side, but it's a lot to do, and I couldn't make it happen. Maybe someday. Jared Goff right here is throwing, and this is going to get batted. But what if he completes it? It's a 2-yard reception. This is what I mean when I'm talking about, in those videos, a Wolford play is never dead. Because Jared Goff is rolling out here, and Wolford runs out here, and he could easily run to this side or run up the middle. I mean, he has the ability with his legs. Goff is limited in this sense. So this ends up being a tipped pass, and this was second down, and now in your own 16-yard line, 3rd and 7 against a defense that's playing lights out. They come out in the shotgun. Malcolm Brown is in. They move him out. This guy just decided to move up on Cooper Kupp. He was playing him far back. And now that's a clean pocket. Okay, that is a clean pocket, but here's the thing. 29 is all over this receiver. 28's holding this receiver, but that's within 5 yards. That you could throw a flag for that. This guy's open as his check down. Maybe he gets the first down marker. This is Malcolm Brown trying to make something happen, but Goff is staring down on this side. He's not reading this side. And you'll see a good throw. You might have Everett for a first. Now he lets it go. He's already decided. He's told basically everybody on this side he's going over here. He's also told everybody on this side, since he didn't move or look anywhere near anybody else, he's moving on this side. See what I mean? Might have had Everett for a first down here. I'm not saying that's a 100% guarantee, but Wolford actually made a throw very similar to this in this tight window, and because he had the inside leverage, and he actually got the first down because of it. And we'll obviously show you that moving forward, but here's this throw, and oh, look at that. What a catch. This is huge, okay? So this is huge. Gets his feet in bounds, catches it. Jared Goff makes a nice play. So, look, you can say right off the bat, what are you doing, Goff? Why are you only looking over there? But this is a really nice throw by Jared Goff. That is not an easy throw to make. And I thought he could test deep down the field with this guy and try to get that flag. But he knows, third and long here, early in the game, facing, you're right in your own territory. Nice play. Jared Goff gets the first down. And now, Jared Goff, moving on from that, he bounces back, right? So then, the next play we have here, Jared Goff is going to scramble on 1st and 10 at the 25. So it's under center. Malcolm Brown's going to stay in here. And once again, there's the jet motion. Play action fake. Now, clean pocket here. You could have Woods, who looks like he's wheeling out here, but he has, I believe that's KJ Wright, who's bearing down over here. This guy is covered, and Goff isn't throwing this pass. So now he steps up. And this is an offensive lineman, so don't get that confused. He can't move upfield. I believe that's no boom. He can't move upfield, otherwise that's a penalty. So right now, he rolls out, and because he rolled out a little bit, gave this guy time, now he can't throw that to Woods, and he's going to take off and run. I don't really have any issue with this play. I think this is a good play by Goff. I think he could throw it to Woods there. If he throws it immediately, I do like the motion. And you'll see here, I think this is a good job getting out, and you see nothing. But I think he had something. I think because he held on to it, obviously he had to take off and run. But he got 4 yards. It's a 2nd and 6. It sets you up for your formula. McVay wants that 3rd and short, make it easy on Goff, make it easy on the offense. And that's how they've been able to move the ball, and that's how they've been able to, be a top 5 team in regards to time of possession. So we move on to 2nd and 6 now that Goff just created, and this is a play action. You'll see here. I love this. There's nobody open, but I love this design. I love that they went play action. I love they went bootleg. Goff's been having a little bit of an issue lately, so Sean McVay's trying to make it a little bit easier on him. Have that guided bootleg, cut the field in half, make it easier to read. Problem is with this play is that there's not anybody in the check down position here. And this block is not being held by Higbee. But Goff gets out of that, throws whatever you want to call that, and he throws it away. So you just saw that play, jet motion again, gotta love it. Is anybody open here? Could you laser this into Woods? Maybe. But he's covered. And he had Adams there. And what you have to keep in mind as a quarterback, and Poona Ford's coming after him, he has a guy coming after. He knows, even if he throws this to Woods, Adams is a super athlete. He can jump this route and pick it off. So I do like Goff's decision-making here to throw it away. It's one of those things when you're watching the regular film, or you're watching the regular, broadcast, you don't see that. So you're like, oh, come on, Goff, you had him. But you may not see that guy bearing down like a Jamal Adams that is going to jump a route if he gets an opportunity. And so I do like that decision ultimately by Jared Goff. Now here we go, empty set formation. Goff then brings Malcolm Brown in, and then moves him up because he sees, look at everybody's coming. They're sending the house. We have trips formation here. Goff, look at right off the bat. We've seen this. It's 3rd and 6. So the formula, we're not going by the formula. We didn't get to 3rd and short. So Sean McVay immediately goes to a bubble screen here. Looks like there was a penalty. So kill that play. It's a false start. 3rd and 11. They come back out in the shotgun. Malcolm Brown next to him. And you'll see here, not really anybody open. Seattle's doing a nice job. Malcolm Brown's taking care of business here. Goff pumps, trying to help out. And that is, it is almost picked, but that is a great throw by Jared Goff. So watch here. Goff's in the shotgun. So he's looking. Then he pumps. I love that. Love seeing that out of QB1. Now look at him. He's going to move up. Throws a dart to Kupp. And he did that on the 3rd down on the previous drive, and he does that on this 3rd down. So right off the cuff, you're probably like, Jake, I thought this was going to be a Goff bashing video. I thought this was all going to show you why Wolford should be starting. Oh, Wolford should be starting. I do believe that. But I'm showing you that Goff has it. He has it. He can make those throws. He either chooses not to, or he chooses to do the wrong. He makes the wrong decision, and he's too inconsistent. It's consistency with Jared Goff. See, as great as he looks right now, and I don't think he looks great, but he's making good decisions, and he has 2 awesome throws on 3rd down that were key to extended drive. But this is the thing. As this game goes on, it's a tale of 2 halves. Just remember I said that. So, shotgun. Offensive line really, I don't think, played as bad as people want to say. I don't think that they were great, and it wasn't their best game, but I don't think they played as bad as they want to say. So, again, Noteboom's getting beat here, but Goff needs to get rid of this ball. And it's not easy, but I'm taking the shot right here. I'm taking this throw to Malcolm Brown and see what I can do with it. Because right now, you're flat-footed in the pocket. Obviously, he's not going to be. I just stopped it. But this guy, obviously, I think this is Woods. He's trying to run a comeback. You might have Van here. But you have to throw a beautiful pass because this is in between 5 defenders. So you have to really put this on the money. Goff has done that before. So I'm not saying that he can't do that. So what we'll see here is Goff tries to get it to him, and he does. And look at this. That's great. Collier's bearing down on Goff. You have the pressure. I don't know what that throw was. It was wobbly as all hell, but this is a beautiful throw to Woods. And Woods, let's go back and look at that. Woods had a really... he fooled me, and this is my second time watching this through. Watch Woods here. He looks as though he's going to do a comeback, but he actually is just going to go towards the sideline here on the out route, and boom, it's just a great play. 1st and 10 now. We're right past midfield. Jared Goff's under center. There's the jet motion, and there's a handoff, which we won't show. So, moving on, 2nd and 7. Jared Goff under center. He's saying can, as in get rid of that play. Do this one, fake toss. I love that they incorporated the fake toss. I really do. They just have to run the toss play more so teams actually bite. However, this dude bought. See that right there? And you'll see he tries to get back into an athletic position. Goff now, once again, you're cutting the field. You're making it easier on your young quarterback. You're cutting the field in half here. And now Goff is able to set his feet. He might have Van Jefferson, but that is a really tough throw. He's been making those throws in this game, though. So does he take that shot? Does he go here to his check down with Gerald Everett, who looks completely checked out of this play? And this one here, you run into some traffic, but, oh, look, there could be some improvisation there. And Goff just decides to take off and run it. Do I agree with it? I think he could have thrown it. But if you look again, this is not a bad decision. See, he could throw to Woods, but Woods at that moment should probably be telling him he's going this way, improvise. And if Woods says, basically kind of throws up the hand, like throw to me, and goes this way, you could have a huge gain here. I don't think he feels comfortable here, and I don't blame him with Wagner bearing down. You have KJ right here, but Wagner is actually my issue on this play, as he's sitting here and he's waiting for him to potentially throw right to Woods. So that doesn't happen. He takes off. He goes after him. It's not a bad play by Jared Goff. And again, this is the first quarter. This is a tale of two halves. So 3rd and 4, back in the shotgun. Now, Goff was a shotgun passer at Cal, for those of you that don't know. But I assume you all know. He ran the bear raid offense. So he's comfortable in the shotgun. I also think he's relatively comfortable under center. That's not a concern of mine. So, look here. This is good protection. Obviously, if you hold on the ball a little bit longer, this guy's going to beat Noteboom. And this throw. Goff, man. Once again, shotgun. And this is great double team block here. I believe that's Rasheem Green. You have Jerron Reed. You're bottling him up. There's KJ Wright. I can't tell who that is. I think that's Collier. Yeah, it's Collier, 95. So, look at this. Jared Goff's going to throw this on a line and take advantage. Beautiful throw. and that's a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. They're moving the ball upfield. But what's the most important thing about this drive, folks? This drive is them setting the tone. We're going to dictate how we play. We're going to dictate the game. Your defense isn't going to tell us how we're going to play. We're going to play our style of football. We're going to eat the clock. And that is what they're doing. And while they're doing this, they're giving the best defense in the league even more time to sit on the sideline and get that breather in. And that's what a Sean McVay team has been doing this season. They have been focused on winning the time of possession battle, and they've been focused on giving their superstar defense a rest. And I think that is what kept them so top notch in every game consistently. If this team was on the field all game, there'd be an issue. So you have here empty set formation. Goff is going to look immediately over here. He's going to go through. He's going to get hit. So this is a problem here. This is almost picked. It's not a great decision, but it's also not really his fault. Immediately, this is what happens when you have a guy like Poona Ford out of Texas. Ford does such a great job of, one, he wins with leverage here. Now, I mean, David Edwards has to be better than this. This is just not going to cut it. And so right now, this is Corbett, or not Corbett. This is, who was that? That was Corbett. I have to go back. No, it was Blythe. Okay, so this is Blythe. That's Corbett. And he's just going to run right through, and he hits Goff. So he kind of pushes Corbett into, or Blythe into Goff. Goff throws just a really bad throw, but luckily it's not picked. You would have liked to see him move a little bit, but I'm not going to fault him for that. I mean, that's just a really, really good play by Poona Ford to get into the backfield, pressure Goff, hit Goff, and force an incomplete pass. That is what this Seattle Seahawks defense has been able to do. And they've been using a lot of Jamal Adams, which you'll see, tale of two halves. I keep saying it. He was huge in this game. So, now we're in the shotgun again. Malcolm Brown's back. And this isn't really horrible protection, but Goff really wanted to get out. He's starting to feel really comfortable getting out on the run and seeing the field for, what it is. So he's going to see Malcolm Brown's kind of jumping here. He's probably like, why'd you do that? Could have had probably not a touchdown, but could have had something. So Goff is at this point probably not going to throw it. They're looking at him. They're not really buying he's going to throw it. And then, yep, he decides to run it. And I do like how he stuck the ball out at the end, try to get a little bit extra yards. Not a bad decision. Everyone was covered. I don't have an issue with it. Could maybe throw that to Cup, but that might be pushing it. So 3rd and 7 here, ball on the 25-yard line. The formula, again, you didn't get to 3rd and short, but you're in the empty set. Trips formation here. And Malcolm's out here blocking. Clean pocket. Although they didn't block, I think that's Dunlap. And I really just didn't like this decision by Goff. Because this is 3rd and 7 here. And he's just already made up his mind he's throwing here. But what is the trade-off here? Maybe you get a first down, but if you're going to throw that, throw it on a line. See, if he throws that and he throws it on a line to, say, Everett here, he probably gets the first down. Instead, he throws behind Van Jefferson, trying to make a play on the football, and it's incomplete. And I had some fans on Twitter, when this play happened, they were saying that this was on Van. This is not on Van Jefferson. So it looks like it's going to be on target, but look at where that was going back. Look at how far this is behind him. This is the inconsistency factor. Again, he has a guy bearing down, but this is good pressure. This is good protection. And you got to hit that throw. And he just, behind Van, if he hits him in stride, and you'll see an exact example of John Wolford on the run hitting Van Jefferson in stride. If he hits him in stride, it's a first down. We're talking different. Instead, the Rams are going to settle here for a field goal and go up 3-0 because this guy has become a monster for the Rams. and maybe the unsung hero, Matt Gay, kicking field goals. So, moving on, we have the Matt Gay field goals good. So now we're going to move up here. And the Rams get another sack on Russell Wilson. That's the Sebastian Joseph Day sack. So we get another possession here from the Rams. They go 2 straight runs. They test the run. This is a great team at stopping the run. They're one of the best defenses in the league at stopping the run. So the Rams are really just trying to see if they can get anything going. By the way, number 95 is Benson Mayowa, not LJ Collier. That is my bad. Just realized that. So we're going to go to Goff. Short right to Cooper Kupp. So Goff here is going to get it on 3rd and 9. Ball at their own 13. And, you know, this is a big deal. You know, like this is 3rd and 9 here. You don't want your punter punting out that far because I don't care if you have Johnny Hecker. Punters do have, you know, one go off their foot or something. You don't want to put Seattle in field position if you kind of give into this. So the Rams aren't going to do that. Here they have 4 guys out wide in the gun, and you're going to see they're going for the first down here. They're not trying to punt it back. Now, this stinks because he might have had this receiver right here might have had a big lane deep down the field, but that's not the play he's running, and they don't even respect that. They know he's going to Kupp here, and Kupp does a nice job. I think he got the first, but as you know, he didn't get the first. So, oh wait, no, that's the one. No, he was down. Never mind. Okay, so moving on, they punt it. This is the one after the penalty. So, move on. Seattle, I believe, got a field goal on that drive. So it's 3-3. And we're in the second quarter, I believe. Yeah, we're in the second quarter. It's 3-3. It's a rivalry game. And we're going to go back to that because I was totally all out of sorts. All right, 2nd and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line. 3-3. Second quarter. Let's see how Goff responds. They just put up points. It's tied again. Goff here. Field's pretty stretched out. Seattle is really now they're starting to buy it with Jared Goff. You notice how they're not sending the house every play? They are buying it with Goff because Goff has proven in this game that he can make a bunch of key throws. So Goff throws, takes what the defense gives him. Not a bad decision to go to Reynolds. Now the formula, 3rd and 4. I'd like 3rd and 3 more, but 3rd and 4. Shotgun, have a guy. So this is Henderson, and he has Henderson if he doesn't have anybody here. Henderson probably is going to break and get a first down and maybe more. I love him pass catching out of the backfield. So Goff turns over, sees nothing. He didn't like this option. Turns over, sees these options here, and he says, you know what? I trust Cooper Kupp. He's my guy. Go and make a play, and he does just that to get the first down. So now we're going to go to, and you'll see, again, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. Just get your guy the ball. 1st and 10, move the sticks. I like it, Goff. On the 37-yard line. Now Goff is going to be right here in the gun again. And you see, Seattle is playing this tough, okay? So there's not really a lot there. You have your check down here. And he decides to wait and take Josh Reynolds again. So this is a nice, steps up in the pocket, makes a nice throw, first down, Josh Reynolds. The flag was not on the Rams, so it's at midfield now, under center, and I believe they'll probably hand this off. Oh, no, this is another penalty. So 1st and 5, so we're already almost at the formula now. And it's going to be a run, so can get rid of that play, run a different one, the fake. But look at Seattle doesn't buy it. You ran that before. We've seen that look. Now what's going to happen here? You might have Higgs here. Or I believe that's Kupp. You don't have Reynolds. he's about to stumble, it looks like, and you have a safety bearing deep. So he goes right to Kupp, who makes a nice play, gets another first down. Moving the sticks. You'll see it again. I love that. But see, they knew. Like, he knew right here. I mean, maybe the get-off isn't there because he knew. This get-off, this is Jarran Reed. And he is a monster. So, I mean, the Rams really did all they could against Jarran Reed, and I think Poona Ford is extremely underrated in the interior. So they did all they can with those guys. But you'll see here, that is perfectly played by Carlos Dunlap here. He's seen it before, not buying it. Goff does a nice job, doesn't panic. And then Kupp is wide open here. Just make the throw. There you go. Move the chains. So, skipped ahead a little bit. 1st and 10 now. Ball on the 33. Second quarter. This is a big possession here. We have Higgs going deep. There's your check down if you need it. Goff says, I don't need it. I'm going deep to Higgs. And almost picked off. So, what happened here? He liked this play. He liked the throw. I like this. I mean, this is a good, clean pocket. So what happened? Well, it's just a great play by Jamal Adams. I mean, at the end of the day, he is like the best safety in the league, so let's not act like he's some slouch. But also, this probably shouldn't be thrown. And if it is thrown, you'll see here, he's breaking there. He needs to throw that out here. He needs to throw it out in front of Higbee, but he waits too long. This guy comes close, and of course Adams is crazy athletic. He's going to break this play up. So 2nd and 10 here, ball on the 33. Again, this is a key drive, folks. What's Jared Goff going to do? You have a guy go in motion. Here's Woods in the slot. I like him stepping up. And this throw, just not a good throw. He's hit this throw too. So you see the issue there is Goff right here. He's going to miss this throw. It's not a bad job stepping up in the pocket. He's got to hit that throw. It's not an easy throw to make, but it's an NFL throw, and he's already hit it twice in this game. So you can see the irritating factor of it. This is the one where, yeah. So he misses that. It's 3rd and 10 now. Formula's out the window. You have a 3rd and 10. So you're thinking, well, Kupp's going to go out in motion here. You have trips formation. This is probably a bubble screen. Normally when they go in trips formation, that is how they run it. So Kupp is probably going to get this ball here. Goff is pointing out something that he sees to the offensive line. And oh, what is that? They didn't go with the bubble screen. Sean McVay isn't as predictable as a lot of people seem to think. Goff's going to step up and he sees, well, he probably should just run it, shouldn't he? Woods comes open at the last second, if you can say that. But this is, I like him. He's pouring out the, see here, Woods, looking at Woods. Now he's not. He's going to look back to Woods. It's too late. It's not a great throw. He probably should have taken off and just continued running. Inconsistencies lead to a field goal, which, of course, that man right there nails. Matt Gay for you. And now, move on. By the way, it was a 51-yarder. I should have just made more of a deal about that. But anyway, so we move back. Rams get the ball after a nice defensive stop. There's a penalty, false start on Tyler Higbee on this drive. So we'll go here. Still in the second quarter, and there's still plenty of time here. 7:44 to go. 3rd and 6 is when they decide to throw it with Goff here. And they come back because they had a Higbee false start. I pushed him back a little bit. They come out in trips formation just like the last 3rd down you had. And this is more of a wide set here. This is a wide set for Seattle. So they're trying to really kind of just create havoc here. But see, they're spreading it out. This also allows somebody like 90 right here to, use a stunt and get around and hit Goff. You have a receiver maybe here if you want it. This guy knows he has to hurry up and cover him. And that's just what he's about to do. Now, Goff is reading. I don't think he likes this one as much. He knows Malcolm probably isn't going to get this first down. He might, but these guys are pretty athletic. They might be able to stop him. This play you probably have here if you want it. So what's Goff going to do? And he goes through. And he takes what the defense gives him. Maybe not the best decision, but maybe not the worst either. See it again. 3rd and 6. Goff. It's not really a winning play, but I can't hate it. Jamal Adams is very pumped. He will take that play all day because, now the Rams are punting once again. And you notice this. The Rams are punting repeatedly in their own zone. But they're doing a nice job, though. That last drive, they're seeing, they're finding, the chink in the armor of the Seattle Seahawks. They're hitting them, and they're ripping down the clock and all that. But actually, hold on a sec, because if you forgot, and I forgot too, to be fair, you'll see on this play that Johnny Hekker gets taken out, and now we have 15 yards. And this is why special teams is important, because you can't do that. They'll give it to Henderson the next play, and now Goff will get the ball back again. And 2nd and 8 here, still plenty of time. You have about 6 minutes in the first half. Goff's under center, motions Woods, kind of a jet motion there. Now, Goff is going out. This clearly looks like it's going to Woods, and it does, for a gain of about 5. So now you have the 3rd and short here, 3rd and 3 formula there. Under 6 minutes to go. You have Goff in the shotgun. Motions. That's a jet motion there. Love that play. Love it. But does he get the first? I thought he did. Once again, it's kind of hard to see what's going on, but Goff gives it to Kupp there. And I don't think they give him the first. They do. Okay. Keep in mind, I haven't seen this. I watch all the games, all the film right after the game as soon as it becomes available on all 22. And then, I don't watch it again unless I have to. So this is the second time I'm watching this, but I don't remember everything vividly. So under center, Goff, play action. You have Benson Mayowa coming off the outside. Nopum was tested here. Benson Mayowa is a very athletic pass rusher, and he was tested. I'm not saying he's elite, but he's a very athletic pass rusher to say the least. I love his bend. So right here, Goff maybe is holding the ball a little bit too long, but he might have this guy right here. I believe that's Woods. Might have him. There's the throw. Comes in a little late, but he gets him. Might have had him if, maybe. You'll see here. Again, I like the play action. And this is just, Goff is going to get clunked. But this is a nice, nice play, nice decision. Jared Goff, first down. Now at the 42, under 5 minutes. Key drive here. Goff under center. Here he is telling him there's the motion, the jet motion. Fake, and then Goff is going to move out here. Does he have anybody? You could argue maybe Everett here, but he has to throw that ball on the line. He might have this guy right here. Goff's just going to throw it here. And this is the thing that stinks. This is a great decision by Jared Goff, okay? So he actually gets pressure immediately because, they ran the jet motion, and as you see, with the way this linebacker's feet are pointed that way, and I believe this is KJ Wright, you can see it works. You can see that it works because it's still working. Seattle's still biting on it because you have to respect it. And then the Henderson play action fake means that now this guy has to chase. Goff, you'll see, with a good pass, has Higbee here. And he could throw it behind this defender if he wants to, a little bit. He can throw it and lead Higbee with a nice arc on his pass. But this is what ends up happening. Goff, and again, he's throwing against his body, so keep that in mind. It's a good decision here, but I don't like the platform he throws that on. And you'll see Higbee should catch it, but it is behind him. 2nd and 10, ball in the 43. We're under the 4:30 mark. Goff's under center. You have two guys tripped there. They feed it to Henderson. Nice gain. Henderson. I love Henderson. I wish he'd get the ball more. Then this one, play action. There's the boot. And Jared Goff, you know how much he loves to be on the move here. It's funny. Pocket passer, and he loves to be on the move. Goff here. Not going to really see anything. And then, what are you doing, man? Just not a good decision. Now, we just showed the Henderson run. And that Henderson run gave the Rams a first down at the 30 with plenty of time. There's about 3:34 left on the clock. Jet motion with Reynolds here. There's Woods coming out. And he chips. See, he chips Collier here, which might have actually thrown off his route. But, nonetheless, you could throw it to Woods here. I'm not throwing anywhere near here. Or you just run out of bounds. You live to play another down. That's what you have to do. Live to play another down. You have the best defense in the NFL. You are up. Well, it's tied. No, you're up 6-3 at this point. So you're up 6-3. You're in good field position. So you're either going to get another field goal. So it's either going to be 9-3 going into half. And then your defense has to hold them. Or you can get a touchdown. Just live to play another down. And unfortunately, Jared Goff, and this is what I'm talking about, has a really good game up to this point. And he just airmails this thing. And this is where Woods is. And he throws it here. And you just can't throw that. Just not a good play. I believe that was Quandre Diggs, the Pro Bowler. And you see the return there. I mean, they're almost near midfield. So, once again, you'll see it from this angle. This is, by the way, the turning point of the entire game. And it shows you a tale of two halves, but this affected the Rams into the second half. And I'll keep showing. Goff motions. You'll see Goff's looking. Literally throw it to Woods there or run. He did earlier, but... And just from that, you could probably throw it out in front of Kupp and have a better throw. But this is just... You can't do this. And I see what you're trying to do. I see that you're trying to loft it up the Woods. I know you're not trying to give the ball to Seattle. But... Oh, Goff. And this is why people like me, who do like this quarterback, I want him to succeed, can't have that in the NFC wildcard game. You just can't. Look at that. The time on the clock. The score. Literally the worst case scenario is an interception or a fumble. The second worst case scenario, if you don't turn the ball over, is to kick a field goal and miss it. The third worst case scenario is to kick a field goal and make it. So 9-3 is a lot better than 6-3. Defense gives up points on this drive, as you know, because Sean McVay is undefeated when leading at halftime. They go into halftime tied 6-6. So we'll move on from that. We'll go into the second half. And now, well, the Rams get the ball back at the end of the second quarter, but doesn't really amount to anything here. 2nd and 8. In the shotgun here. It's a very demoralizing point that the Rams are in after that turnover. And it's just horrible. There. Goes right off his hands. Now 3rd and long. Goff's going to step up. He's going to run, and he's going to slide. Yes, slide before he gets the first down. So if you're seeing people complaining about Jared Goff and not, going after the first down, look, this is great. I love this out of QB1. But what is this? Sliding before the first down. Your momentum is going to carry you over the first down marker, my guy. 49 seconds remaining. You're at the 34. And instead of it being 1st and 10, now it's 4th and 1. You know that Bonamego is not going to run any fakes or anything. Not saying I would have run it here, but you just know it. He hasn't done it all year, surprisingly. Hecker punts it away. That's the end of it. 6-6 is the final for the half. Then we go into the second half. And the Rams don't get the ball. So unlike the formula for the Rams winning, getting control of the lead at half, getting the ball in the second half because they love to defer, they lost the toss, and Seattle got the ball in the second half. So Seattle defers. So what you'll see here, Seattle will go down, and sure enough, they score a touchdown. So what that means is now it's 13-6. Rams get the ball, and Henderson just had a nice 23-yard run. And this, Henderson was really good in this game, and I think, honestly, they might have been able to win if Henderson doesn't go down with an injury, which we'll show moving on. But here's the play. Here's the fake toss, which I love, which fooled them. They weren't ready for that. So now you have it here. Not really anybody. The Seattle Seahawks played very well in this game. They deserved to win. And here's Goff. I don't love the decision because you gotta be able to protect yourself and put yourself out there. You saw what Wolford did. He got hit plenty of times, which we'll show. But I love this fake toss here by Goff. And there's just not really anybody open. I'd like him to slide. That's my decision issue. I'd like him to slide, not do that. Now you have second down under center. They're past midfield. They're driving. They're trying to push back against that defense. Hands it off to Henderson. Now you have third down, I believe 4. And under center here, or not under center, shotgun here. Goff's going to throw. This is going right to Everett. It's a good throw. And Everett gets hit in the head for sure. So it's 1st and 10 now. Under center, they're going to hand it off to Henderson for 2. 2nd and 8. Play action, or not play action, shotgun. Goff delivers. Higbee. This is awesome. This is what I've been talking about, by the way. Get Tyler Higbee the football. And you'll see it in the Wolford video that I'll be breaking down in the second portion of this video. Tyler Higbee is one of the best tight ends, and he's been playing all year with injury, but they don't even target him anymore. He's not used the way he should be. He had 3 touchdowns against Philly, week 2 of the game, and it just felt like week 2 of the season, but it felt like they moved on and they went to Everett. If one guy is under contract and the other guy is playing for a contract, so I don't know. But Higbee, just great job here. This is what I'm talking about. This is the baby Gronk that people were comparing him to. That is just great play by Tyler Higbee. Now the ball's on the 12. This team just came back out. They said, you know what? Our defense just gave up a touchdown. Our defense has been great. They don't deserve the way we're treating them, only having 6 points on the board. So we got to put up points. It's that simple. We have to score a touchdown. They're responding well. This drive looks great. Nice motion here. They hand it off. And I know people thought Reynolds was, they said he was jogging. That's Reynolds at full speed. It looks kind of weird because his legs are so long, but Reynolds isn't jogging here. Anyway, moving on. 2nd and 5, ball on the 7. You got to tie this game up. You got to give that defense, you got to pay them back. Sure, they gave up a touchdown, but they were great all first half. So, hands it off. This is a touchdown, right? Wrong. This is the end, potentially the end of Darrell Henderson's season, and it's really depressing when you think about it. This is an amazing job by Jamal Adams, who's one of the best safeties, if not the best safety in football. I think he is. Look at the way he's chasing him down. He came from rushing on this side and chased him all the way down on that side. Henderson's fast. Look at this. And if he doesn't get him here, this is a different game. The Rams don't score a touchdown in this drive. This is another turning point of the game. He's out. He's done for the game. He got the first down. It's 1st and 2. Well, 1st and goal, but they said 1st and 2. But see here, they're gonna get stuffed. There's just nothing doing there. Seattle's defense does not like you running on them. 2nd down, they go more. I don't know how he didn't get in. You didn't get in though. So then 3rd down, under center, and Goff fumbled but got it back. I mean, this was just an awful play call. I mean, to me, not an awful play call. Goff needs to do a better job to me. He was going over the top. I think he should have just gone under. But Seattle just did an amazing job of stopping them. And then 4th down, they go for it. And this is pretty much Sean McVay deciding, we're at home. At home, you want to take the points. But he's saying no. I don't have any issue with him not, going for it. But this is what I have an issue with. Why are you running it? You fake it here and, play action and maybe a rollout. You get Kupp one-on-one. I like Kupp's chances there. Running that play. It has nothing to do with Goff, really, but I just wanted to show you that. So, anyway, moving on. Defense does a nice job. Stops Seattle. So, that was after the Simba Webster fumble, which he got back somehow. So it's 13-6. Rams just had a demoralizing loss on the goal line, but the Rams defense stepped up and stopped Seattle, forced a punt. It's ball on the 43. This is an opportunity again. You have now Van Jefferson out in motion. This is at this point you don't expect Henderson to come back in. We're changing the play. Goff, play action, boot, outside, has Higgs here. Might have Van here, but I don't know about that. And he's just going to tuck it and run for 5. And that wasn't Higgs, I'm sorry, that was Munt. He had Higgs down there, but didn't really have him. Again, there's the get rid of the play. Fake, outside. We're going to see Van. Maybe you can hit Van. Well, with the leverage coming downhill, maybe you could have hit Van. But Goff has already pretty much told everyone he's running the football the way he's holding it. He's going to run, so Munt does a nice job trying to block. Moral victory there. 2nd and 7. Seattle take that. Hands it off. And that doesn't really get much of anything. So now we're around 3rd and 5, I want to say. So 3rd and 5 here. Nope, 3rd and 8. They got nothing. So I have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. Just kidding. So 3rd and 8. Goff in the shotgun here. This is a huge moment in the game. It's the 3rd quarter. They had an opportunity. They got snuffed away at the goal line. And honestly, it looks similar to the Arizona game, if you ask me right now. So right here, Goff, this is an opportunity. This is the moment of truth. He's got leverage here. I don't think anybody here is truly open. Maybe you can hit Woods with the comeback here, but he's got the leverage here. Now we'll see. Connects. And that's Everett. This is, again, Goff's battling. Nice throw. 1st and 10. Ball in 32. Goff at empty set here. Likes to be out in the empty set. Not really has anything to do with football, but how did no one pick that debris up? Like, what if Goff trips and, tears his ACL? I'm just saying. Kind of pissed me off. Goff throws. Finds Kupp. So, again, the formula. Making it manageable. 2nd and 4 here. Rams will take that ball in the 27. I love the way they're responding. This is a great defense, and they're continuing to respond. Sean McVay's calling some good plays here. I like the jet motion. You see, there's I don't know why I just pointed at the screen. You can't even see what I'm pointing at. Keep using the mouse. You see, though, there's a little bit of a, ooh, look at this. Look at the traffic that just generated. They both crashed into each other. If Goff actually turned, he could have fired and gotten Woods. Woods could have had a touchdown on this. I'm not saying he would have, but he could have. Instead, throws this ball, and this is a tough throw to make. I don't even know why he took this opportunity and didn't just go with Woods, who was the safer option. But this right here, that is a tough play. You could argue Reynolds has to catch that. Now it's 3rd and 4, ball on the 27-yard line. This is the 4th quarter, I'm sorry. And this is a key point in the game. Goff, pocket, throws, great throw. Kupp has the ball, 1st down. It's still 6-13. This is the time. We just got into the 4th quarter. I mean, the game is not over. So it's 1st and 10, ball on the 17-yard line. Goff is going to motion with Malcolm Brown, which I'm sure they really haven't seen much on film. This is a good this is a good pocket, but he's got to get rid of it quick. As you can see, a guy's coming right at him. And a quick strike, and you probably have Woods in the end zone right there. So, you know, here it comes. And Goff takes a horrid sack, which this can't happen. This is a huge moment in the game. I get you have a guy coming at you, but you got to let that thing go. He continues to step up. And then he puts his head down, and that's when he gets sacked. So he's been making some good decisions, but the horrid decisions, like he's got to get rid of this ball now, and he just does not. The horrid decisions that he makes ruin everything that he does well. So this is 2nd and 17 now because you took the sack. So bail your team out of it. You took the sack, bail him out. No one is coming in. This can't happen. This cannot happen. It's 2nd and 17. The ball's on the 23. You haven't scored a touchdown. This is great pressure. This is great protection. Who is touching Jared Goff right now? Who? And he's stepping in. He's about to step back into pressure. Yeah, sure, you could say take this, but if he throws this on an arc with touch, he's got Kupp here. This is where the throw needs to be. You need to gain some yards. Taking this throw is just, and then he drops it. Just not a good decision there by Goff. You need to make something happen at this point. Just not a good decision. He had Kupp there. 3rd and 17 now. 23. And this is Sean McVay saying, I don't trust Goff necessarily to get us in the end zone on a 3rd and long. Just going to hand it off to Malcolm Brown. Stay in field goal range and kick the field goal. This is a very conservative play call. We see it all the time in the NFL. I hate it personally. But this is a chess call. This is, I want 9. This is you buying 3 points. You want to be down 13-9 instead of 13-6 and them having the ball, in some sort of turnover position. So Matt Gay, Mr. Clutch here, is going to drill this field goal. So you have that. Move on. Rams. I believe this is the one where they had the horrid pass interference call. I could be wrong, but nope. Rams defense stops them. So, okay, we move on. Malcolm Brown has a nice 12-yard run to the outside, and we're on 1st and 10 now. So Goff is now empty set here. You see Seattle's doing a nice job. They're covering the field very well. They're giving Goff fits. But Goff has actually done a nice job in this game so far. And that is not completed, but that was a nice decision by Goff to Gerald Everett. See, nobody open. Goff's going to throw here. And it wasn't a great throw. So, I mean, I guess scratch that. But I like that he threw to Everett. Seattle's defense really just did a nice job in this game. And my concerns with Goff come from the fact that, you know, while he didn't make a lot of mistakes, they were just so massive. Taking that sack on, you know, second and whatever, and then making it third and long killed your drive. Throwing the interception changed the game because Seattle came out in the second half with all the momentum after scoring right before the half, and then they got the ball in the second half. You can't make those mistakes, and I know people are like, well, Goff didn't make too many, but he made a few huge ones. So there's a nice throw. There's a nice run after the catch. And by the way, this route is perfect by Josh Reynolds. The ankle flexion there to move around, put yourself in a position to be able to run after the catch. There's a thing. Guys aren't just good running after the catch because they're good running after the catch. The reason they're good running after the catch is because they put themselves in position to run after the catch. It's about what you do, getting yourself in the position before you start taking off and running. That's what Reynolds did very nicely here. Goff threw it perfectly so he could do that. And there you have a great run after the catch that puts him at midfield. And this is a huge moment for the Rams, who really needed this. I mean, they really need this at this point. You're looking at 9-13. This is an opportunity. 8:27 to go. This game is the NFC West. If you win this game, you probably win the NFC West. If you don't, Seattle wins the NFC West. This is the difference between a home playoff game and playing the Seahawks again in Seattle. We know how this ended, but this is what I'm talking about. So, under center here. Can. I don't like the whatever play. Play action fake, boot, but they are ready for it. What does Goff do? Throws it in the dirt. What else can you really do there? I mean, John Wolford could do something there because he's done it. You know, that's where the mobility does kick in. So Goff is actually not horrible, you know, mobility-wise. Like, he gets out, he likes to move. He's not quick in his movement. He doesn't have a great foot speed. He doesn't work well laterally. Right there, Wolford could have taken it back and run another direction, and you'll see that in the next clips. But now we're in 2nd and 10. And this is huge. I mean, this drive is imperative to win this football game. Midfield, Goff gets the snap. He's going to go through his progressions here. He's going to hold and then pump fake a little bit. Then it looks like he's going to take off and run, and he runs right into a sack. So I don't really know what he's thinking here. This is 2nd and long here because you didn't really do much on the last play. What do you have? Well, right here, this is a throw that can be made. I'm not saying it's the easiest throw in the book, but when you have, you know, a 5th-year starter, a franchise quarterback, $35 million a year, they're paying you, Goff, to hit this throw. That's what they're paying you for, because not everybody in the league can. You're supposed to be the guy that can. See here, he could have. This is a throwing lane. Now it's a little harder, and you've just already run into a sack. Just not a good play by Goff. And look, Seattle, they're rushing 3 here. They send 3. And he gets sacked on a 3-man rush. And people want to say that's on the offensive line. They sent a 3-man rush, and Goff ran into the sack. That's a huge play. Now it's 3rd and 12, 7:35 to go. You're near midfield, shotgun. Do you go here? Do you go here? There's 3 guys there, steps up in the pocket. And what on earth is he throwing? I don't even know what this is. Where is he throwing? See, that's awful. So this is what I'm talking about. So far, Goff has had a good game, but he's had mistakes that have killed this team. The interception, the sack that almost took him out of field goal range, and now this play on, well, and then running into the sack just now, and now this play on 3rd and 12. I understand you have to make a play, but you have Woods here. I mean, just look again. Where is he throwing? Watch again. Woods. That stop, he beat him. Shaq Griffin's dead. Okay, he's done. This play, it's over. It's going to Woods. It's done. Game over. This is a first down. And it's not, and it almost becomes a pass interference call because Woods has to run back to get this ball that's thrown over here. And this is something I like that Wolford does very well. He leads his receivers. Jared Goff also took way too much time, and he throws completely behind him. This is them punting. By the way, this isn't you guys have seen it. I've been honest. I'm not bashing Jared Goff. I'm showing you play by play by play that he throws, what's happening, what I'm seeing, why I think the way I do. And I'm just going to throw a little jab here at special teams coordinator Winnebago or Bonamago. This has to be a fake. There's no reason why they couldn't have done a fake here. They should have gone for it here. Now look at this punt. Johnny Hecker's the best punter in the league. But this is possible. This is not a good punt. Look at this. This is right around the 20. I would have just gone for it. What is the difference? This isn't a coffin corner that Hecker can do. You're punting with Hecker because you know he can coffin corner. Like right around here. He doesn't do that. So now you have 7:20 left. Seahawks get the ball. And you know what happens next. Seattle scores a touchdown. Russell Wilson throws a 13-yard pass. Touchdown to Jacob Hollister. And now the Rams, after having an opportunity on that drive, they punted. Defense, I would have loved it they stepped up, but you can't really blame them. They've been carrying this team all year. And there you have it. Now it's 20-9. Rams are in a hole. There's 2:45 left to go, and the game is over, basically. This is what I mean. Those mistakes ruined not a bad game from Goff. I mean, I thought he played pretty well. He made some good decisions. He wasn't great. Didn't blow up. He didn't throw for 5 touchdowns or anything like that, but he did everything that was asked for him. Except for taking the sack. Taking the other sack where he ran into a sack. It's the key moments where Goff had absolutely failed this team, and that's the issue. Would this have been any different against Arizona? I don't know. I mean, the pressure was on, and you know, Goff has played in pressure. I'm not going to act like he hasn't gone in the Super Bowl. He hasn't taken his team to the Super Bowl. Lately, though, pressure has mounted and has forced him to fold. There's the check down, Malcolm Brown. He hates that he fell down. 2nd and 2 here, 2:35, and we're going over this, but we already know the game's pretty much well in hand. They want to score. The Rams are trying to score here and get the ball back, you know, via a onside kick, but they know the chances of that are very slim. This ball gets tipped, and I believe at that point that's when Goff hurt his thumb as well. So Goff misses that. I don't know why they thought that was a fumble. I mean, he's giving himself up. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't the best play, but I don't fault Reynolds for giving himself up. Trying to hurry up. Goff in the shotgun. And just things are unraveling here for the Rams. 2nd and 9, 2:14. They really, with giving up, they've already used the timeout at this point. They're trying to score and have 2 timeouts. Well, they're trying to score before the 2-minute warning, or at least use the 2-minute warning as a timeout and not have to call any. Here you have, pretty much you have Kupp here, not a whole lot there. This is a sharp break, but I think this is being played pretty well, so I don't know if I would test that. This is out of the cards because Goff isn't even looking over there. Goff dumps it off, and it's dropped again. Malcolm Brown, 3rd and 10 now. Actually, I think that was caught. So 3rd and 10 now, and this game's pretty much over. I mean, it's starting to look good for Seattle at this point. This is not a good play by Noteboom, who's given up all this, and then, yeah. Can't fault Goff on that sack. That's just awful. I mean, this offensive line did not play horrid, like I was saying. They were not as bad as people were saying, and I don't think Goff played as bad as people were saying, but when Goff needed to step up, he did not. And I showed you in literally a 3-man rush, people were saying, well, the offensive line couldn't protect Jared Goff. In a 3-man rush, he ran into a sack. And I showed you the significance of that drive. That killed him. You see here, he's trying to do something. I mean, there's nothing he could do. So that's all I'm going to show for this game. This game's pretty much over at this point. Goff tries to do something. It is just a train wreck at this point, so I'm not even going to bother. Seattle gets the ball back after they go for it on 4th down, and then the game's over. So that's how Seattle stole the West. The Rams can steal it back. But this isn't a video about Seattle. This is about who the Rams should start, whether it's Jared Goff or John Wolford. So we're going to go right to the John Wolford tape. It's a little different because we're going to see a guy that likes to get out and move, but actually can move. And not talking like, I mean, he can really take off and move. So, this is the fun part. John Wolford. I know I probably should have started with Wolford first, but I want to start with Goff first to show you the difference. So we'll just get right into it. Wolford is going to throw a pick here. The first throw of his NFL career is going to be an interception on this. And we'll look at this, so we'll look at this play. So I like it. I like the way this is set up. Wolford wants to be in an empty set. He said so. He prefers it. He's most comfortable for it. And I like already the confidence that Sean McVay instills in him on the second play of the game. In what you could arguably say is a playoff game at this point. This is a huge and very important game. So here we are. And, I mean, what is it? Where is he going with this? Well, I mean, he has options here. They're not great. They're playing, notice, the same type of defense against this. They're playing man here. And this is going to be thrown, going to Higbee, going to Reynolds. Higbee's there to make the tackle. I mean, it's hard to see what he was seeing. He said he saw the leverage and just, he knew he should have thrown it. He got excited. This is a jittery interception. I'm a first year, this is my first game interception. I'm not ready for the moment right now, but I will be as the game goes on. This is also the interception I said, Brett Favre threw an interception on his first pass. No big deal. No worries. Everyone was like, it's over. The season's over. We're not even going to make the playoffs, and the Bears are going to beat the Packers. About that, the season's not over. As you know, the Rams do have a date against Seattle, 4:40 Eastern Time in Seattle. In the playoffs, by the way. So, here you have 2nd and 10. Ball in the 19. Wolford in the gun. And at this point, they're just trying to calm Wolford down. They know he threw a pick. He told them straight up, he's fine. No big deal. He threw an interception. He actually he talked about this in the press conference. He threw an interception. He threw an interception in high school. And he remembered that game when he threw an interception in high school, the first pass of the game. He came back and had a really good game. So what we'll see here, there's the jet motion. Rams still using kind of the same thing. Wolford taking what the defense gives you. It's a nice play. I don't like necessarily that Cam Akers is getting thrown out of bounds with that, that ankle sprain, but I like this. Getting him some confidence. There's his first pass completion of his NFL career. Goes to Cam Akers. 3rd and 7 here, ball on the 22. Now, the formula we talked about, this isn't 3rd and short. So, they were using that with Goff. They weren't as worried about that in this game. They're actually trying to go for first downs, not really set up for 3rd and shorts, but really try to go deep down the field. And Wolford tested this defense, and you'll see as the game progresses. So here now, Wolford, you see, might have a guy deep down here. This depends. We don't know if he's going to win this. He could try. He does have, right here, you can see, he has Josh Reynolds. He's not even looking over here. He goes for the deep route, and this is a bummer because I like that he tested this early on. He's going deep down the field. Notice you didn't see many of those deep throws by Jared Goff. This is an air throw. This is all air. He puts air under this, and this is unfortunately behind Everett. Everett's not going to catch that. Everett doesn't even catch one that's right in his mitts, so there's no way he's going to catch this one. And, it stinks, but as the game progresses, you'll see this stuff kind of goes away. I like the test, though. I like the fact your second drive of your your first NFL game, and you're testing deep down the field like that. Appreciate that throw, to Gerald Everett. Now, this defense is just monstrous, so they just absolutely ripped through Chris Streveler, the former CFL star. And now, here comes Wolford for Act 3. And we'll see here as we trying to go to it. All right, so 1st and 10, 7:01 left in the first quarter. Under center, they bring Wolford. Ooh, right off the bat, we get some play action. So I like this play call by Sean McVay, this decision. You have Higbee, who's ready for a blitz pickup. You have a double team here. Actually, it's a double team on Havenstein, it looks like. But then you have a nice block here. Munt is doing a nice job. You have Akers coming out for the pass out of the backfield. This is covered. This is Woods. I believe this is Jefferson. So what do you have here? They go deep down the field. This is his 3rd series of the game, his first ever NFL game, and John Wolford has thrown a deeper pass than Jared Goff through all of the Seattle game. And you saw Seattle's playing a similar defense. They're playing tough. They have some players like a Patrick Peterson, a Budda Baker. So, you have to worry about that, of course, a Byron Murphy. But Wolford doesn't care. He throws deep down the field. This is almost caught. It's a bummer because I think later on in the game, if this is thrown, I think it is caught. Look, this is a nice, the way he gets rid of this ball, it's nice job blocking, and he's got Jefferson, but he throws a little bit underneath him, almost gets picked, actually, but I love that he's testing down the field. As you see the game, he gets more comfortable, the accuracy gets a little bit better. So, And at this point, the broadcast has mentioned, look, this guy is shaky, but he's a gamer. He's ready to go, but he's anxious. He's a kid. This is his first game, all that. So they're trying to, graduate him to the game, in the middle of the game here. Empty set formation. They send Akers out. There's Wolford. Wolford you could say he has leverage here on Van Jefferson. That's a really weird thing going on with his leg. It's an illusion created by the marker there. So, he has some options here if he wants to test again. So what's he going to do? He's going to take, and this is a bummer here because earlier in the game, he doesn't hit this to Van, who I said that, Van has an opportunity here. But look, he doesn't hit this throw at this point. This is a little bit over his head. But later on in the game, he's going to hit that throw. And he'll go back to Van Jefferson. He'll go back to that quick slant. I like the play call. You bring in Malcolm Brown for extra protection. You see them. You see the hat count here. They're leaning this way. And you get an overload. And what does Wolford do? This is my favorite play of the entire game, maybe. I could watch this all day. This is night and day compared to Jared Goff. And this is not Jared Goff, sucks. This isn't me saying that. But you just watched Jared Goff. You watched him run into a sack with a 3-man rush. And you watched him when he was pressured. He absolutely crumbled. On that last sack. You can't blame him. I'm going to get killed too. But Wolford isn't like us. What on earth is this? Wolford runs and he gets the first down. And this is, at this point, this is when the broadcast is like, Boomer's mentioning, like, sometimes, you really got to get hit to feel like you're in the game. This is just incredible. Look at this. He's getting all this pressure here. I mean, that is just great work by Wolford. And the fact he gets the first down, just to get out of that pressure is crazy enough. He gets the first down out of that. Goff's not doing that. As great as Goff looked at times in that game, Goff simply is not doing that. And that's a key point to make. So, Wolford hands it off here. Second down, empty set. You'll see a lot of that. Very comfortable with that. And he's going to go right over. Nice throw there. And he's going to make the throw. And he's going to get the first down for Van Jefferson. So Van Jefferson, nice job there. 1st and 10, ball on the 48. His team's now moving the football. With Wolford under center, we were told, wait a minute, this offense is going to look way different in a bad way because Goff isn't in. This is what Wolford does. This is why I believe he can be an NFL starter, and he should start Saturday. Everything I'm saying the rest of the time. So, Wolford here gets the pressure here. What's going to happen? Oh, no big deal. Everyone's coming at me. I'm just going to run, pick up this first down, get out of bounds. That is remarkable. That is what happens when you have mobility. Goff is not doing this. He doesn't. It's not that I hate him for it. He's not gifted in the way Wolford is. Look at this. This is incredible. This is just such a great job. Look at the pressure. I'm losing my mind here. Sorry. I get so excited over this stuff. Look at the pressure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Cardinals. And you have Budda Baker, who, by the way, look at this. We'll go back. Budda Baker, because Higgs is lined up on this side, Tyler Higbee, Budda Baker's right here. So because he's right here, he knows he has a free run at Wolford. Look at this. Now, Akers does a nice job of getting in his way. This isn't a great block by any measure. And he then lays him down there. But Wolford, man, that is just an absolute bomb of a play. That's huge. That's what I'm talking about. Not even with his arm. We've already seen 2 awesome runs that show you, with what Seattle throws at you, what he can do on Saturday when he is facing that pressure, a bearing down blitzer like a Jamal Adams, who they used a ton. They didn't really use a ton in that game, which was surprising. They used him more in coverage, but they used him a ton in LA when he came back, and the Rams actually won that game. This one, though, Budda Baker coming at him, it doesn't matter. Wolford is going to try and escape, and I love it. Now here we are back in the shotgun. We're going to, look at that. Read option. And he doesn't get the first down there, although he should have. That's an awful spot. I don't know what you're looking at. But this is Sean McVay. Like, look, I know I have this guy. I know he can run. I know what his strengths are. I'm not going to hold him back. This is awesome. See, Higbee out there to block. Jefferson out there to block. All right, maybe he doesn't get the first down. But that spot's terrible. That's not where he was. 2nd and 1, though. This was a lot of Van Jefferson and Robert Woods. For those of you who don't know, Cooper Kupp did have COVID. He tested positive for COVID, so he was unable to line up at all in this game. And so was Michael Brockers, but that defeats the whole purpose of explaining the receivers. Here, hands it off, go get that first down. He does. There you go. And now we have 1st and 10. And it's at the 26. And look at this. All of a sudden, the Rams, they gave up a touchdown off the interception. It's 7-0. Everyone was panicking earlier. On the 3rd series, though, Wolford calming himself down, getting in the game. Now he's just playing football. Now he's just having fun. Now he's showing you what he can do. In the shotgun here, you're going to see it. This gets tipped. This is just a beautiful play by Budda Baker. And you'll notice, okay, Vance Joseph is not a slouch. He's a great defensive coordinator. He's a former head football coach for a reason. Look at this. Budda Baker, he did not worry about using Budda Baker throwing pressure at Wolford. They wanted to make him pay. And Budda Baker did a nice job. Look, he should have had the sack on Wolford earlier. If it's Goff, he does. That is a great job batting down the pass. Now it's 2nd and 10, 26. You really want to get in the end zone here, but at least get a field goal. Wolford, what is that? You have what appears to be a false start right here on Havenstein, which is just a killer. So now it's 2nd and 15. And that could be a drive ender. That can literally ruin an entire drive. That can end an entire drive. Wolford now, you have empty set. He's going to go through his progressions here. I love that. He thought about Higbee, but then he learned his lesson. So earlier in the game when he threw that same type of pass right here, that got picked off. You noticed how he looked over this way, and now he just changed where he was looking, and now he's sold. He's going to throw this deep route, this back shoulder fade. He's going to hit perfectly for Woods. This is an A1 pass. This is an amazing throw by Wolford. Starters hit this pass. Backups do not. So miss me with all of that. Wolford can't be a starter. And enough with his size. He's 6'1". He's the same size as Aaron Donald. So we have to stop with that. But this is just an amazing throw. Far hash throw. Look at where he releases this ball. On a 2nd and 15. He didn't let... So that's another thing. So a huge false start penalty pushes them back to 2nd and 15 after already getting the ball tipped. So you're thinking, oh, okay, that was cool for a little bit. Wolford's going to come back down to earth. We all know it. Arizona, it's an NFL defense, what have you. And then he comes out and he throws this beauty to Woods. This is phenomenal. This is an absolutely phenomenal pass. I don't care. People were saying it's because it's on a linebacker. The throw is from the far hash back shoulder. This is an incredible, and don't get me wrong, this is an incredible catch by Woods. Absolutely incredible. But Wolford throwing that was a better throw than any of the throws Goff made in the last game, and Goff made some really good throws. That is a phenomenal throw. Okay, sorry, I drilled it enough into your brain. I think you get it. So moving on, we have here Wolford at the 4-yard line, hands it off. Akers doesn't really bummer. There you have it. The next play, it's 2nd and 3 on the 3-yard line. Wolford is going to take this shotgun. Let's see who he has here. If he waits, he has Everett. Maybe a touchdown. But also, you see this guy coming down. He might pick that. Wolford's not even looking because I think this was designed to go to either Higbee, and if he doesn't have Higbee, to go to Akers. Very similar to how they drew up the Jets' final play, how they had Kupp over the middle on the 4th down call, but they decided, Goff decided he liked the Everett look more. And he's going to throw here. It's one of those plays where I can't fault him for that decision. I mean, this is clearly this is what it's designed for. This is either going to one or the other, and Higbee's covered. You could throw that to Higbee, and I've seen him make that throw earlier in this drive, 2 plays ago. But he chooses to go with that, and I like that. You're in the red zone. Don't go too crazy. Now it's 3rd and 2. Let's get you a touchdown here. And Wolford is now in the shotgun, and I like this play design, but what on earth? All right. I'm just going to say it. I haven't really trashed anyone on this, but I don't know how Drake Kirkpatrick starts in the NFL. I don't get it. I've never watched this guy hold. I've never watched anybody in the NFL hold as much as this guy does. Look at this. He's draped all over Woods. And look at this. So he's running and then is able to set his feet and throw. Wolford is throwing a dart. Look at how far that thing goes. How do you have that much to be able to kind of, he stops immediately and just, launches one. Now, look, it probably doesn't hit Woods, even if he isn't held, but I just love the fact that he gets this ball away. Look at this. That's not easy, and look at how far, that's a rocket. He just, that was pretty crazy. Now, as we know, that was a penalty. So 1st and goal at the 1. Here we go. Now, this is an interesting one. I want to know in the comments section about a lot of this stuff and about your thoughts, but let me know what you thought on this play, because this play right here, the way Van Jefferson has this guy boxed out, and the way they are pretty sold that this is going to go to Akers, Watch this. Akers blocks him here. I think Wolford has this touchdown up here. He's going to have to earn it. As you can see, I think that's Buda Baker or Patrick Peterson. So he's going to have to earn it. Those guys are fast. But I think he might have had the touchdown going this way or going this way. Instead, I think it was a little too late with that block because you see the crease? Well, that crease is going to close in a second. This isn't college anymore, John. And unfortunately, see how quickly that crease closes. I don't think it's the worst decision, but you also don't want to get yourself killed. And as you can see here, he gets himself killed. By the way, that guy comes in head first. Should have been a 15-yard penalty. That guy also came in for no reason. Didn't like how they targeted his dome in this one. I'll just say that. 2nd and 1 now. Under center. This is huge. Look at this. They both move at the same time. This guy moves in the neutral zone. And then, of course, the false start by Van Jefferson. Well, the referee doesn't see this guy. He sees Van Jefferson, obviously, because it's more noticeable. This kills him. This moves him back. So now, 2nd and 6. And you'll see here, there it is. Corbett moves, which is just awful at this point. See, Wolford was generating this great drive. Should have had a touchdown. And now, you're looking at, after another false start, there you see it. It's going to be 2nd and 11. After being at the 1-yard line, it's now 2nd and goal at the 11. Wolford gets that, and then they decide to hand it off. This is McVay right here admitting defeat from... I mean, that's just... I didn't like that play call. And I think this is him just like, you know what, we're going to kick this field goal, but if he, throws this touchdown, he throws this touchdown. And Wolford, pocket, I love how quickly he gets rid of the ball. Everett's being held. And don't worry, Everett, you'll get a better throw next time to be able to catch. We'll see if you do. But Wolford there, yeah, see, it's not the best throw. Could be better. I liked him on this drive a lot. Thought he really settled in. Mr. Hot Shot over here, Matt Gay, is just going to drill his field goal. So the Rams are down 7-3. So we move on. And that drive was just brutal because I thought he did so many things very well. And it's just a shame that that's how that ends. So we move on to that. Here we are. Defense just dominates. We know this is the best defense in football. So back are the Rams pretty quickly. 1st and 10. 2nd quarter now. See, John Wolford did exactly what Goff did in the first game. They ran, not exactly because John obviously ran it and Goff didn't run as much, but they both did such a nice job of killing time off the clock. That is Sean McVay's model. That's his method. That's his recipe for success. And right off the bat, when I say Jared Goff doesn't add a ton to this offense that John Wolford can't add, what I'm saying when I say that this offense isn't much different now with John Wolford as it was with Jared Goff, what I mean by that, I'm not trying to discredit Goff. I'm trying to credit Sean McVay. I'm trying to explain that with Wolford's mobility and the way he's able to throw balls down the field like that and actually test defenses, you could argue he's more valuable right now in the way Jared Goff is playing. I know it sounds crazy. The Rams have 2 starting quarterbacks on the roster right now. Say what you will, I'm not knocking Jared Goff. I mean, I think he's a bottom 12 quarterback the way he's playing right now because he's not taking care of the football and he's struggling in big-time moments. But the Rams have 2 starting quarterbacks, so maybe instead of taking that personally about Jared Goff and his play and, maybe focusing more on the fact that, look, the Rams are really, really set at quarterback. Wolford's a starter. I mean, I'm going to say that, and we'll continue moving on, and you'll see it. He gets more comfortable. This is 2nd quarter now. Wolford, look at that. Jet motion, there you have kind of the read option, bear raid attack that, Goff used a ton at Cal. This is like a different offense, but the same offense. And there you go. Nice throw. Nice job, John. Get it right to, who does he go? Right back to Everett. Watch again here from this angle. Sees the field. Love that. He was looking this way, and he said, you know what? I like Everett here more. Because he saw this guy bearing down. I believe that's Jalen Thompson, the supplemental draft pick. Now we have we have 1st and 10 at the 31. Rams are down 7-3 in the second quarter. More motion. They move Everett out wide. See him. He's looking. Everett and Higbee there. He's going to throw to Everett. He feels comfortable with Everett. Look at this. This is a nice play. Let's go back to this. They're going to isolate Everett right now on Davondre Campbell. Now, I mean, that's who would be getting him anyway. But on the outside, Everett just jukes him. I mean, come on. Think about this. Everett versus Davondre Campbell. Campbell's not quite the athlete that Everett is. He's not a superstar linebacker. I like him. He's a solid guy in coverage, but he's more so, a guy that can come in and run support and help. So this is just a great job. Everett just schools him, and now he has the inside leverage. Everett also is one of the top receivers when you take wide receivers and tight ends. He's one of the top in the league in yards of separation per snap. So it doesn't surprise me here why Wolford would go towards him. So over the middle of the field, beautiful throw, right on the money. Notice nothing behind him. You saw Goff throw behind Van Jefferson, didn't throw behind Everett there. Then what did he just do to this man? He crossed him up so hard. Now look at this. You're going to, and Everett knows this. He needs to be careful because he needs to pick up this first down. Every bit he moves, as nice as it looks, he's also, giving up yards that he has. So he's going to see now, bearing down. Higgs kind of misses the block there. Doesn't matter though. Everett gets the first down. Beautiful play by Wolford. It seems simple, but there's more to it. This is just a great throw. Right where he can get it, right out in front, doesn't break stride. That's exactly what you want. So, 1st and 10 here, trying to make something happen. Rams are moving the ball again with John Wolford on his 4th series in the shotgun. Wolford, did you just see that? He looked over, he saw, no way, there's 2 guys there, maybe I'll go back later. Then he looks, fires, he finds, look, that's his check down. That's his outlet. That's Cam Akers. Cam Akers, go get me the first down. Close enough. We'll take it. We'll go back. You'll see it real quick. Doesn't waste a second. Look at that. That is just awesome. That's Wolford. That's a starter right there, folks. And those little things, you could probably think that I'm going crazy over little things like that, but that's what I'm talking about. When Wolford does things like that, that's huge. That's not Charlie check down. That's not one read. That's literally just a guy that is coming in and doing his job and not trying to be any different than what Jared Goff was doing, and honestly add more because of his mobility and how quickly he gets rid of the ball and how quickly he reads the field, which is very impressive. So what we have here, Akers comes close, 2nd and 1, ball on the 48. Rams are driving down 7-3. Man in motion is Munt here. Again, they want Wolford in the gun. Wolford wants to be in the gun. And you're going to have a broken play there. It's just a nice play altogether by Arizona. I wish I knew who number 94 was off the top of my head. I don't. I'm trying to see right now. Can't, but good play by him. 3rd and 5. We have Wolford. Empty set. He's going to motion, and they just used Malcolm Browning in motion. And look at this. I have nothing. Go get me the first down and more. What a play. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. This is a broken play for Goff. And rightfully so. I mean, look at this. Goff is done right here. He's either going down himself or this guy's going to bring him down. Number 94, who I need to know who that is. Because, I mean, he's already 2 plays in a row and he's made something happen. Can't tell. Damn it. That's just such a great play by Wolford, though. Now, in the gun, next play, after getting the first down all by himself with his legs, stands in there longer than Wolford normally does because he's really trying to buy himself some time. I thought he probably should have tried to run it, get out a little bit, give himself some room, maybe get some, somebody to run. This is just great coverage by Arizona. Look at this. This is what happens when a play is perfectly executed and you shut down an offense. All the pressure in the world on Wolford, covered, double covered, covered. And that's just a good decision, If he catches it cool, it's out in front. But you'll see here, this gets really, he's holding on to it, trying to make something happen. There's 94 again. And now we move on. So now Wolford, empty set formation. Loves being in that. Pocket, clean, throws. What a nice throw to Josh Reynolds. Quick slant. They don't really use it a lot. They need to use it more. Sean McVay, please listen to this video and tell me that. All right. Look at this. Could go to Woods. Decides, nope, I'm going to rip this thing. Beautiful throw. And he actually threw it a little bit, not behind him, but in his chest. And quarterbacks do that because they want a receiver to brace for contact. They don't want to get their quarterback killed. When you see a route converging with a player, as a quarterback, you want to throw your receiver not open, not necessarily out in front of him. You want to throw him into safety. And that's exactly what he did with Josh Reynolds. And that's just a beautiful play. Now you have 1st and 10 here. They're still moving the ball. They're at, I believe, the 26-yard line, 25-yard line. And they're just going to hand this thing off. Doesn't get much at all, if anything. Next play, we have 2nd and 8, 24-yard line. Wolford, I like the read option mixed with the zone read. They couldn't use that with Goff. They use it with Wolford. Wolford's going to run out here. Now watch this. These guys are running full sprint, keep in mind. He's really trying to make something happen by setting his feet. And nothing happens here, right? Didn't complete a pass. Maybe he threw a pick. I mean, he didn't, but maybe he could have. But I just like that a play is never dead with John Wolford. And that's not a bad throw. That is an incomplete pass, but that is not a bad throw. Because he threw that in a spot where if he misses Woods, Higbee's boxing this guy out where it's not going to get picked. See, on the first glance, you're thinking, that's a lot of traffic. That might get picked. That is just an amazing job creating a window of opportunity with your legs, setting your feet, and just putting it where one of those guys can get it. It doesn't happen, but no harm, no foul. It's 3rd and 8 now. Just trying to make a play. There's no dead play when John Wolford is under center. So now watch this. Wolford in the gun. He's going to go. Look at that throw by John Wolford. That is an unbelievable throw to Josh Reynolds. This is 3rd and 8. This is big boy time. Step up on your 4th series. Rams need this. Ball's on the far hash here. And he's going to throw it near the far hash. And then he just rockets this thing because 94 is having himself a game. Look at this. Using Josh Reynolds' height advantage, goes up and gets it, and gets the first down. Come on, guys. This is what dreams are made of. You want a quarterback that's going to do that. That quick release. You notice Goff really has to go into it. Wolford can just launch it. He releases it very quickly. So now, you have 1st and 10 here. Arizona's not really sure how to, deal with Wolford now that he's handling pressure very well. You could see earlier they were just trying to throw the house at him, and now it doesn't appear that they're doing that. Hands off, doesn't really get anything. Next play, 2nd down. Wolford could go Higgs here. He stumbled, Munt stumbled, but he's going to go with Higbee. And I don't know how Tyler Higbee did not get in the end zone on this. I just don't know how somebody so big, who you saw in the same game earlier with Jared Goff, I don't know how, after breaking those tackles, this is what brings him down. Watch this. Score, my guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. Anyway, it's now 1st and 10. Or 1st and goal. Under center. Hands it off. Get the touchdown. Blow it dead, maybe? No, we're going to have a turnover. Random hit for no reason. Number 90 thinks he's all that in a bag of chips. And there you go. John Wolford totally turned the ball over once again. Yep, there's Akers. And I would have blown it dead, but Akers fumbles, and there you have it. So John Wolford, 2 red zone appearances. He doesn't even get points on this drive because he turned the ball over. He fumbled it, from what I was told. So, bummer. But that's how that drive ends. So, moving on. And so far, I mean, what you've seen, you have to like the way Wolford's playing. But this defense knows the ball doesn't lie. It should have been a safety. It was not. So, they make it a safety. So, Rams get it back after the safety kick, which you don't see much. The Rams have 5. The Cardinals have 7. So basically like Dodgers or Angels versus the Arizona Diamondbacks at this point. Play action. And this is a Goff play. This is right out of a page of Jared Goff. And you'll see here. Look at that. Sets his feet, sees nothing, reacts. He's not really going to get anything out of this. He gets a little bit, but I just absolutely love tough as nails mentality and always trying to make a play. No play's ever dead. That's his mentality. Just got to love John Wolford. I mean, this is just awesome. That's just that. I mean, that will give defense headaches because he will take off and he will get yards the next time. So at the 41 yard line, John Wolford, now he's going to throw, and I just didn't really like the play call. I don't really see the bubble screen there. I don't see the point. Just stick with what you're doing. So I do think Sean McVay kind of lets him down on this drive. It's 3rd and 9 here. Ball on the 42-yard line. Rams down 7-5. You really want to take over here and make something happen. And let's see if John Wolford does that. Moves Malcolm out wide. Wolford empty set. And he's going to throw and not get the first down, unfortunately. He throws to Josh Reynolds. Again, just kind of feel like Sean McVay could have done more creatively on this drive to this point. But what you'll see is that, oh, this isn't the drive. So yeah, I absolutely think he should have done more creatively. They punted, of course, because they don't go for a fake, because the best special teams coordinator they let go in the offseason for Bonamago. I'm not going to stop that, so just keep that in mind. Sorry, Bonamago, if you're watching. So we'll move on. This is when the Rams, Leonard Floyd, who had more sacks than Khalil Mack, just want to throw that out there, forces a fumble. They get it back, but the Rams also get the ball back, force a punt. And we're going to see that here. So 1st and 10 here, ball on the 24. It's 7-5, weird score, under 2 minutes. It's a 2-minute warning now. It's a 2-minute drill. Come on, let's see what you got, Wolford. Can. Now he's even doing it. He's calling out of that play. And now here's a screen. Didn't like the screen. You did a screen first on the other play. So not the biggest fan. 2nd and 6 here. 1:38 to go in the first half. I like that. You saw that. Quick. Reads. Now he's going through this progression. Sees this guy. Should catch it. Was a little bit behind him, but, we'll go over it again. See, quick. I like see how quickly he's reading and how Goff doesn't quickly read like that. He really has to contort his whole, there's just a different thing there. And again, it could be a better throw, could be a catch. Wolford. And, I don't have an issue with this. It's 3rd down, you're trying to make something happen. Motion. Wolford down the field. I personally think this could have been thrown better, but I see what he was doing, and I appreciate what he was doing. 4th and 6, they're punting. And what you'll see pretty soon is there's going to be a pick six. So after Ramsey should have picked it off, later on in this drive, you'll see there's a pick six. I don't know when it's going to come, but apparently it'll come soon. Actually, I'm not even going to bother. I thought it was cool. I thought I'd show you again, but it's taking too long. Oh, here it is. Okay, so you're going to have this pick six here, which is pretty much, it's pretty funny, actually. He tips it to himself. And then that's Troy Hill, the guy that a lot of people like to use as a scapegoat and call trash, taking it to the house. Yeah, he's done something this year. Wow, what a player. So, moving on. Matt Gay with the extra point. You're going to have the Rams getting the ball back in the second half. So, the Rams get the ball back in the second half. And now John Wolford on a second down will come to here. Can getting rid of that play, whatever that was. Moving him in motion. Wolford, play action. I like that. Take what the defense gives you. Throws a dart to Reynolds off his back foot, kind of Derek Jeter style. See it again. Play action. Derek Jeter. There we go. All right. There's the empty set. This guy's not going to be open unless he really wants to test that. You have a pocket here. You know, you have Woods. You could... I think Woods will be open here. This guy's stopping here, and this... You know, Wolford has places to go. But here's the thing. Wolford's going to... Look at how he very nifty. He just basically sidesteps that guy who would have sacked Goff, probably. And he throws a laser to Van Jefferson for the first down. And this is just... Watch this again. This is starting quarterback quality work. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful play by Wolford. So now you have 1st and 10, ball on the 41. Moving the ball again because that's something that Wolford likes to do with this team. There you go. Getting some yards. Read option might work later on in the game. It's starting to work a little bit. Now you have Wolford in the gun. He's got Akers. Akers was in a lot for having a high ankle sprain. Come out. Kind of cool look there. Almost like a jumbo set formation, but, you know, you decide to go out of the gun. And I just love this. Look at that. I mean, he's really trying to give this guy an opportunity, but he sees, I don't really like that. I don't like that. But I'm going to throw that anyway. I'm going to give my man an opportunity. And there's PI on this call. And Wolford doesn't get that if he doesn't generate it here. Watch this again. I'm going to try. Sorry, man, I have to bail. Now here he is going through his progressions. This is starting quarterback quality. Now watch. He's hit while he's throwing, and he actually has him if he's not held. That's just a beautiful play by Wolford. That isn't even a completed pass. That isn't even a run. That doesn't even gain any yards. It created a penalty because he didn't just panic and go down, take the sack. He didn't just panic and throw it away. He didn't just panic and run for no gain. He threw it and gave his guy an opportunity, and there was a pass interference call. Absolutely love it by Wolford. Now in this one, under center, you're in the I formation here. I don't think we've seen that all game long. Kind of cool here. I like this play design. I'm just going to show it anyway because I like it. Could have been more, but oh well. I like the I formation with Everett blocking. Everett's actually... Look at Everett, man. Can we watch this again? I know it's Jared Goff versus Wolford, but I just got... Everett has improved as a blocker. I love it. I absolutely love that. That's called rivalry football. Those two guys are fighting for a playoff berth. Arizona wins and they're in. If they lose, they're out. If the Rams lose, they need help. So in this moment, this is what it means to be in a division rivalry game. That has it all on the line. All right, Wolford, come back. Here we go. Shotgun. Wolford looking. Now, he has this guy right here. He's going to win. Their eyes are in the backfield. You're done. You're beat. Wolford's going to beat you. You have Woods if you get scared about attempting that. You might have Reynolds. He's taking this cut very sharp. Could come out here. Now watch this. Look at this. This is amazing. And why is this amazing? Because Patrick Peterson has been in the league for years. So what's Patrick Peterson doing? He's not respecting John Wolford. I mean, he didn't get respected by Gerald Everett the last play. He shoved him all the way out of bounds and to the sideline. And he's not respecting Everett. And he's not respecting Wolford. And look at this throw. Because it's very important to explain. When you saw it on TV, you just see Tyler Higbee's wide open. That's all you see. You're like, why is he wide open? Why is he not covering it? It's because Patrick Peterson was on Tyler Higbee right there, and I said it before he even threw it. His eyes are staring in the backfield. And you know why? Because he doesn't trust and doesn't actually care or respect John Wolford's throwing ability, even though some of the throws he's made in this game, I don't know why he doesn't respect it, but Patrick Peterson gets burned here for that simple reason. This guy's covering him, okay? This is Josh Reynolds with the ankle flexion I was telling you about and taking that really tight break there, right? Because he was thinking he was going to throw to the flat. No. Joke's on you, buddy. There you go. That's my quarterback. That is a huge throw. That is John Wolford for you. He sees it, and Sean McVay mentioned it. Look, this defense wasn't taking him seriously, and as the game went on, they had to. This is just a remarkable throw, and it looks like it's simple. But this is, his eyes did this. He looked over at this guy, and Patrick Peterson respected that, but didn't respect that he'd throw deep down the field, and now he's just like, oh, Lord, tell me he didn't just throw that over there. And he did. And now Patrick Peterson's like, that's awkward. I'm going to hate to have to talk about that in the film room. So, there you go. Great throw. Now we're at the 25-yard line. Motion man is Reynolds. Under center is Wolford. We're just going to hand it off there. Don't get anything. Running game, 1.6 yards per carry. So really, I can't stress enough, Wolford really made a lot happen because Wolford made a lot happen. He wasn't getting really any favors from somebody that was very hobbled in Cam Akers, who also fumbled at the 1-yard line. Moving on, 2nd 11 here. You have the empty set formation. He loves it. You got 3 receivers at your top. Oh, look at this. Just designed QB run. And look at Wolford go. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's a 6-yard gain. And guess what? He's about to get another 15 yards because watch this. They finally call it. Arizona was targeting his head. I'm not calling Arizona a dirty football team. I'm not saying that they're trash or anything like that. But this is garbage. Look at this. Why are you coming in like that? Clearly doing it on purpose. And so the referees were like, we let you get away with it earlier when Wolford was trying to get in the end zone. Understandably, that we're not going to let you get away with. 15 yards. And here we go. So, Wolford, look at this. Look at him rolling out. And he doesn't, nothing happens, right? He didn't complete a pass there. He didn't go deep down the field. And it was the same result as incomplete pass. And the same result as getting hit while he's throwing and the ball hits the turf. And the ball just comes out. But I love this. Look at this. Goff can't do that. That shove was a little ridiculous, but Goff can't do that. Now it's 3rd and 11, because apparently I misspoke and they didn't get the penalty. That's right. All right, so they didn't get the penalty. So glad I caught that. So it's 3rd and 11 here, under center. And Sean McVay is kind of giving up this drive here. And again, I'm concerned. I'm not concerned, but I'm confused as to why. But he hands it off, and this comes out of nowhere. Great blocking. Then you have Malcolm Brown carry. Malcolm Brown should have carried more. He had 3 carries for 20 yards. Should have had more carries, especially with Akers not being fully healthy. That cutback by Malcolm Brown. And then just way to finish the run. Great pad level. Love it. Move on. 1st and 10 here. 3rd quarter. It's crunch time. Got to make something happen. Wolford. And you got to be kidding me. We have another false start. So who's the culprit? I think it was Corbett, but I can't be too sure right now. It's 1st and 15 anyway, ball in the 18. Wolford in the shotgun. Clearly a hold here. Havenstein really had a rough time in this game. You have Everett. You might have this man. I think that's Woods. That's Reynolds. Higgs. And then you have Malcolm Brown. And he takes the sack here. But what I'm impressed with is that he didn't lose the football. The reason I say that is because we've seen Goff many times. And we talk about, the small hands. Oh, it's not a huge deal. It's a big deal if you can't hold on to the football. And Wolford, how did he hold on to the football is the question. I mean, there's Marcus Golden. Very underrated pass rusher. Came back to Arizona. We'll watch it again. Sack. Just off. I mean, this is just terrible. This is my concern with Havenstein. Like, people are concerned about Blythe and Corbett, and I'm concerned about Havenstein. This is awful. But he hangs on. Great job by Wolford not to turn the ball over. And then they go with this. And this does something, but not really a ton there. So now you have 3rd and 19, and once again, that penalty kind of stalled this drive. They're just going to hand it off here. Almost gets the first. Not quite, but almost gets back to the line of scrimmage. So McVay already cashed his ticket. He wanted the 3 points. Mr. Money right here, Matt Gay, just kicks it right through, drills it, and you have a 15-7 ball game coming off the pick six at the end. So 15-7 is the score here at the end of this drive. And I know there's already people saying, well, this is what I'm talking about. Wolford didn't score. He held this team back. Well, Goff would have scored more. Maybe Goff does score more. I'm not saying any of that. But what I'm saying is the things he's showing, and he's not making those glaring mistakes that Goff made. The only one he made earlier in the game was the interception. It's the only reason the Cardinals finished with points. And it was his first pass. He settled down after that. So, I just can't subscribe to the notion that he didn't have a good performance because he didn't throw a touchdown. I mean, you already saw. He didn't score a touch. He didn't lead this team to a touchdown. Come on now. He led his team to points that won the game. All right, so anyway, defense stops them. You have here, Wolford's going to go deep here to Everett after the punt. So I love, right off the cuff, they're going to go deep. At the 20, read option here. He's going to take it. I love the way he's rolling out. This is kind of a broken play in a sense because they're getting a lot of pressure here, and I think Wolford wanted to go out more, but look at what he does. Steps up, throws a rocket, and look, could this have been picked? Yes, absolutely. But this also could have been a sack, and I love that not only is he comfortable going deep like that right off the cuff while he's also hit while he's throwing, Sean McVay was comfortable sending Wolford out to go deep down the field on 1st and 10. I like it. I like the play call. It didn't go well because he got hit, but, Wolford again here. Look at that throw. That's a beauty of a throw. And that's, thank you, Sean McVay, using Cam Akers, pass catching. I love when running backs catch passes. Something Marshall Faulk was great at. He was great at FSU. Todd Gurley was great at his year in 2017, and then they went a little bit away from it in 2018. But watch this again. Empty set. Again, Wolford loves it. And you're going to have here defenses. He's going back. This is Kirkpatrick. Now, he has no idea what he's doing, really. He's all out of sorts. He's now with the linebackers. You can kind of see he's all out of place here. Wolford could take this throw. It's a good throw. It might get you a first down. But he decides, I got this, man. I'm going to throw it in between 3 defenders. I'm going to hit him in stride. That is an amazing throw by John Wolford. That, again, this isn't a backup quarterback. This is somebody that can win you football games. And when you have the best defense in the league, this guy, if the Ravens had him, if Brian Billick's Ravens had him, they won the Super Bowl like 34-7 because of their special teams and their defense, their incredible defense Brian Billick had against the Giants in that Super Bowl in 2002, the 2002 season. This team, I'm telling you, or 2001 season, I don't remember, but it's that this quarterback on that team would have scored over 50 points because that team was unbelievable as a defense, and Trent Dilfer was not a good quarterback. I'm just telling you. Wolford's not a slouch. There's the can. 1st and 10, empty set. We got, if he wants it, he could take the screen with not really anything going there. See, there's no blocking, so there's no screen. So basically, Peterson is just sitting there like, I guess you can throw that. You have Akers as well. You also have Higbee, who looks like he wants to go this way. You have Woods trucking upfield, and you have Van Jefferson trucking upfield. And he's going to go right to the deep ball, to not Van Jefferson, to Gerald Everett. And this is, look at this. He's checking out of the play. I like the throw. Good protection. And Everett has to catch that. Everett has to catch that. There's no excuse as a tight end. You have to catch that. That is a good throw by John Wolford. Needs to be caught. They hand it off. This is a solid run. Now empty set. I like this. Could have gotten more, but now you have a 3rd and short. And here you go again. I just really just liked Wolford's, he looked so locked in. After his interception and, the first couple drives, he struggled. The 3rd drive, he just settled in and really took hold and just looked like a quarterback. He looked like a starting quarterback in this league. Empty set formation here. And they're going to go for it here. 4th and 2, and he nails this pass. Such a beautiful throw. Far sideline to Tyler Higbee. Watch it again. First off, I love the balls that Sean McVay had to go for it. I'm so tired of just, we'll punt it or we'll kick a field goal. I mean, they punted from this area not long ago. This is not the easiest field goal. I think Matt Gay still drills it, but they want a touchdown this drive. This is beautiful. Right in the hand in his face, gets hit. I love it. Absolutely love this fearless play. Now you're near the end of the 3rd quarter, it's 15-17. Put the ball in the end zone. You like your chances. 1st and 10 here. Can. We're done with that play. Oh, I love the read option there. Wolford. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful throw on the run. Read option. He's going to keep it. And you'll see it. They respect his running. Watch this. They're like, oh, crap. This guy's so going to run. They respect it so much. Patrick Peterson has no idea how to play this. And look at this ball. That is perfect. That is a perfect throw on the money, on the run. Wolford, if you can run and you can get out of the pocket and create, but you can't throw on the run, you become susceptible to throwing interceptions, getting beat, not being taken seriously. But in this case, he can throw on the run. He can throw like off platform. He can throw when he sets his feet. This guy can make plays, folks. Throw the 231 yards out the window. Dude ran for 54 yards, and he made throws like this. Still no touchdown. That's Wolford's fault. We'll get to that. So 1st and 10, and ball's at literally the 10-yard line here. Wolford. Shotgun, has Cam Akers next to him. They're going to run it with Cam Akers, not really get anything. Don't like the play call. Thought they should have just stuck with Wolford and kept him throwing. Probably have a touchdown this drive, too, if they do. 2nd and 9 here. Wolford in the shotgun. This guy's covered. This guy's covered. This guy's covered. This guy is absolutely blanketed, but Johnny Dubs doesn't care. Look at this throw. Oh, you got to catch that. Gerald Everett. Watch this again. Shotgun formation. Wolford. Perfect end zone fade. Oh, absolutely brutal. And what you won't see from that angle is that he totally had it in his hand and it just bounces right off his hand. What I will say is that Davondre Campbell is holding down his shoulder. So try making this catch while someone's holding down your shoulder. Might be a little difficult, but his hands were like this. The ball hit him. Can't afford that. They don't score on this drive, unfortunately. But Wolford just really showed me a lot. So I like that he got rid of it and didn't take the sack or potentially fumbled the ball. Again, you see here, this is just a nice rush and clear hold. I mean, this is what being a quarterback in the NFL is all about. This picture in a nutshell. This guy's coming at you. This guy's coming at you. This guy's coming at you. This guy's standing there. This guy's coming at you. And then you have this, and it's like, that is what he's seeing. So yeah, I'm just getting rid of the ball. There wasn't a play. 4th and 9. Matty Ice is going to drill this thing. So of course it's 18-7, which ends up being the final, but we still have plays to go over. Kyler Murray comes back, orchestrates a little bit of a drive here with the Rams playing in soft zone. But then the Rams are able to block a field goal, 37-yarder from Matt Nugent. They block a field goal, and then the Rams get it back with 8:16 left to go in the game. We're going to go back to John Wolford here on 2nd and 6, ball on the 24-yard line. Goes under center, calls out of his play. We're going to give it to Cam Akers. At this point, the Rams, they're up 18-7. They feel good about an 11-point lead. Last game, they were up 10. They won 38-10 or 38-28 with Goff. At this point, McVay has to feel good. You're up 11 here. 8 minutes to go. Don't turn over the ball. Run some clock. But also, I trust my guy John to make a throw, and I'm going to let him. Play action here. Rolling out. Sets his feet. Thinking, I might have Higbee. Might be able to hit that. Woods knows he's out of this play. He's feeling Higbee here. And he just misses Higbee. Throw you have to make. It's a throw Goff misses. But, my God. Higbee, just a nice job winning that battle. And just over his head. I love his effort. Go up and get that ball, big man. I love that he laid out for that. But, yeah. Bummer Wolford misses that. So he's back in the empty set. Can. We're killing that play. We're bringing Malcolm Brown back in the backfield here. Pressure's coming. Malcolm, bail me out, my man. Well, there's not much doing, but I'll take it. Flags fly. Still a punt. So we're going to move forward. Drive, it's a bummer. It comes down, I'm not going to lie to you. John Wolford did miss that opportunity there. The deep shot to Tyler Higbee. They kill a lot of time off the clock, Arizona does, and then they punt. So I don't know if they were trying to win or not, but we're going to fast forward here. This is the play of the game. Not really, but I love this play. John Wolford's done throwing. 3rd and 8. Win the game. You're up 18-7. Okay? Just win the football game. That's all we want from you. Seal the deal. He's in a shotgun formation. Arizona, I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, they just had an awful drive, the last drive. They took a ton of time off the clock, and they didn't get any points. So it's 18-7. Defense playing monstrous. This looks like what you would run at a goal line, but they're in the shotgun. So making them wonder. They have Woods down here. Do you throw it? I don't know if Arizona thinks they're going to throw it. Wolford gets the ball. Look at this read option. Look at this. He has his feet planted, okay? This is Marcus Golden. He is a very well-disciplined player. I've watched him with the Arizona Cardinals when he first came in the league out of Mizzou. I watched him with the Giants. He's very underrated. He's very good. Now watch this. What happened, my man? It's because he did that so well, that read option, that even Marcus Golden, who had his feet planted, like ready, like, okay, Wolford is going to keep this ball. And just because he held on that little second longer and faked it so well, his instincts kicked in and was like, I have to go after 23. He's running. Watch Wolford here. Remember, go back. Jared Goff slides before he gets the first down, and they punt. Watch this. John Wolford doesn't believe in sliding. Punches it right over. There's the marker. There's the ball game. First down. Rams are going to win it. This is just kahunas. Watch this again. Look at how long he holds on to this ball. This is just an amazing... Like, look. He's bearing down. Nope. And then, boom. And Wolford's excited. His whole team's excited. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Arizona Cardinals still get the ball back. The Rams still don't seal the deal on this drive, but that was huge. I mean, they didn't run it well here. But that third down, Wolford hands it off the rest of the game. And that's your ball game. So, there it is. Rams clinch a postseason berth. And that's the game. So, I talked. No cuts or anything. We'll see if I cut any of this. But no cuts or anything for 2 hours and 21 minutes. I appreciate you guys if you watch this whole thing. It's Jared Goff versus John Wolford. You see pros, you see cons for both of them. Obviously, Jared Goff, he started multiple games, in the playoffs. He has been in a Super Bowl. He's been in an NFC Championship game. He's been in a divisional round game. He's been in a wild card game. Jared Goff is also 0-1 in a wild card game because they only played one against the Falcons. John Wolford is 1-0 in games that he's played, but he's never played in the playoffs. Now, John Wolford's mobility gives him the advantage, in my opinion. What you see from this film, they're not really any different. Jared Goff didn't really throw. He didn't throw any touchdowns in the Seattle game. John Wolford didn't throw any touchdowns in the Arizona game. I think that's how you have to compare them. People are really quick to compare Jared Goff throwing against the Arizona Cardinals from like 4 or 5 weeks ago. That's a different Jared Goff. He's coming off a broken bone in his thumb, so I don't know if he's even going to be ready. But if you're trying to compare the last 2 games. That's what you compare, like I just did. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like what you just saw, if you like this breakdown, as long as NFL doesn't take this down, if it does, I've spent about 2.5 hours on this. I will be beyond pissed, and I don't even know what I'll do. But assuming they don't, it's a bad thing to assume, and assuming you watch the whole video, let me know what your thoughts are on these film breakdowns. If I can do anything better, if I can do anything worse. I did too much of something, did too little of something. If you don't like my face in the top of it, just let me know. I want feedback. Please, if you like what you see, subscribe. Let me know. I want feedback. And also, thank you guys so very much. This channel has been a massive success. I didn't have any goals. I basically put this thing up, and I just wanted to do it because I love talking sports. I have a Downtown Rams podcast that I do, and aside from that, that's what I do. I don't write anywhere near as much anymore. I just love talking. I love being on camera, and I love interacting with the fan base. So really appreciate you guys that are watching this and are just helping me reach my goals. I can't make it there without you. Whoever they pick, I'm just telling you right now, this LA hat, I'm a Rams fan through and through. So if they go with Goff, you saw some things you have to like about Jared Goff on film. Obviously, if he cleans up those issues, he just plays a game manager style of football, then the Rams will win. They have a defense that can do it. If John Wolford plays with that mobility and the way he played, I think they'll win. I think the Rams beat Seattle either way. I do think they're the better team. Don't let the recency bias get to you. Seattle beat a Rams team that had every opportunity to put them away on the road. Seattle took over at the end. and kind of made the score not really what it was. Seattle's offense is not their bread and butter anymore. It's their defense. Now, their raw talent on offense should scare people, but their defense is very, very good. It's clicking at the right time, but it's not as good as the Rams. As long as the Rams get solid quality play out of Jared Goff or John Wolford, they'll win the football game. The rest is up to the Rams to decide. Personally, if I'm Sean McVay, I don't tell Seattle who's starting. I just roll right in the game time. First guy under center, that's who I'm starting. I wouldn't even tell the media. I'd be that secretive. Make them prepare for both of them. But that's going to do it. For me, I'm Jake Ellenbogen. This is the Jake Ellenbogen channel. And you guys take care. I'll be back with another video probably tomorrow or relatively soon because you guys just keep asking for them. I'm going to keep pumping them out. So appreciate you guys, and you guys take care.